But I was looking at my list of stocks, and I saw a few that I guess the short of it is it okay to sometimes sell something if you've had it for like 6 months and it's looking at 1% growth or 1%? It's just not moving. You know what I mean? Is it okay to kick that one to the curb and pick something else on your list that might move better, or do you just sit on it and just wait and eventually it may do something? Does that make
Well, I
sense?
would say this to you, Charles. You should never, ever buy a stock with the notion that it's going to move in 6 months or a year or 3 years. Seriously. I mean, I've just been so blessed over the last 10 years that, we've made some really good calls, and there have been a lot of stocks, but that have, people have had 6 months and it's up 30%, and and you hear them call in, all the time. And that's a wonderful thing. But I can promise you, I never, ever put a stock on my list because I think that's going to happen. I'm not that good. I don't. My goal when I'm looking at something, I'm looking at long-term, growth. And, so a lot of that might mean that this is a company getting cranked up to grow. And they may be getting, I can think of a company that I put on my buy list last week where that is the case. I don't think they're going to grow a nickel for the next couple of years. But I'm just telling you my thought process on this one particular company. I'm thinking, okay, do I want to wait 3 years from now after it's gone through the roof and put it on my buy list? Or do I want to put it on my buy list and sit on it for a couple of years? I mean, that was my thought process when I put it on the buy list. So it is never a good idea to sell a stock after, a short period of time because it's down 5% or because it's only up 5% or 1% or whatever it is. It really should be a very irrelevant thing to a person that is building a good, solid portfolio or hoping to. And yes, stocks could go up very quickly, but it's not a good idea to do that because you're assuming, or a person is assuming that, well, I'm going to sell that and I'll buy something else. Well, suppose soon as you do that, the one you sold goes up and the one you just bought goes down 10%. Are you going to sell it again? I mean, you become a trader. I don't want to, trading, and I made a joke about this on Monday, I think it was, that I don't remember whether it was Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, because they're both in the news equally. But somebody said, well, we've decided to take a position that, we're going to really adopt a long-term hold strategy. Really? Well, maybe that's because it's the only thing that makes sense. I'm thinking to myself about that. So it does, if they're good companies, they're going to go up and they're going to go down. And it'll never, ever work by trading them out. It just doesn't. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.